I feel like what they should have, the first thing they should have, listen, I want y'all to do this. Y'all don't know me and I don't know y'all, and I'm not asking you for a dime because I work every day, I paid into retirement, so God got me. But what I want y'all to do, if you can, get up and go to a church. Your first Sunday, draft into the NFL, NBA, WNBA, all that stuff, or even if you haven't done it, get up and go to somebody's church. They say, well, you don't have to go to church to be saved. You go to concerts you love Chris Brown or you love Beyonce or whatever. You pay all that money to go to the concert and you go in the church and it's free. What I'm saying is get some of the word in you, because y'all, when things got bad for me, I didn't have nothing but God. That's who got me through. I'm just trying to help somebody. Yeah, the brown truck was at fault, I say, because look, y'all, when he hit her, I was looking right at him. When he hit her, he looked up as if to say, Durham, what happened? What happened was you was on that cell phone and you ran into that person. Like I said, I couldn't see if it was a woman or a man. I don't think it was a fatality because I didn't hear anything about it on the news or anything. But it's Good Friday, y'all. Happy Good Friday. So I went out to the store where I dropped my car off. I need an oil change. They're going to rotate my tires, things like that. It's very important that we keep our cars maintained. So for Easter, I'm doing a ham cornbread dressing. My son don't like dressing, so I'm doing a broccoli casserole. And I had picked up a whole chicken, but I decided to just get the leg quarters because I like to bake them and get the broth off it for my dressing. But fun fact, when I have dressing, I like poultry with mine. So I got some celery, I got onion, I got aloe vera because I need to do my hair. My hair is breaking real bad. So I'm not going to perm it. I'm just going to condition it real good, roll it up. It'll be pretty. And then I'm going to do that for Easter Sunday. I got some sour cream. They had these little things of shrimp for like $2.97. I'm going to make me another shrimp bread. I'm going to use these instead of my big shrimp. This little thing of ground beef was $6. Ground beef is real high right now. It was $4.97 in Appleton. So I got this to make my broccoli casserole, but I only need a pound. I got some salted butter. I got bell pepper. Did I show y'all? I got my celery, my onion, my green onion, my bell pepper, and my fresh garlic. I like fresh garlic in my dressing. Also, my brother needed some potatoes, so I got him these 8 pounds of the baking potatoes, y'all, with $2.97. Corn kits for my dressing, and I got me some white cake mix because I'm probably going to make a white bakery cake because I'm practicing decorating. And that's all I have. And y'all be blessed. Have a happy Good Friday. Make someone smile. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Y'all, here's my son. Happy Resurrection Sunday. We're just getting out of church, and I want to go get me some Texas Roadhouse rolls. Y'all know they sell them. You can go there and get them. I think a dozen is like $5. I may eat one. That'd be all I eat. Because I made a New York style cream cheesecake in a spring foam pan, and then my daughter bought a bakery cake. So we got plenty of sweets. But church was really good today. The text came from Luke chapter 24. Verses 13, probably all the way down through. But anyway, the title of the lesson is "You Are Never Alone." So I want to share that, and he was just talking about for anybody that's grieving. I know it's a young lady I watch on here. Her name is Strong Mommy Chrissy. Her mom is Miss Cassie. She looked a lot. I had seen a picture. She had showed a picture of her mom when her mom was young, and she looked just like her mom. Beautiful lady. She passed, and the death of a mother is like something that is indescribable. There is no way I can tell you how I felt when I lost my mom. It was just like, oh my God. And it took me a long time. That's what Real was talking about. Jesus being your comforter. And he was saying how a lot of people came to church this morning brokenhearted because they've lost loved ones. Like our deacon, one of our deacons, he passed, and his wife would call and check on her. They have one son. I didn't get a chance to go over there and hug her today. Did you see her, Sister Brass? So I got to call and check on her. And she actually called me last Sunday because she didn't see me at church to check on me. And so I just be trying to reach out, to check on people. Y'all, I like this green dress I got. I got the dress and the accessories from Amazon. And I couldn't put on shoes because my feet, I hit my toe some kind of way. And I don't know, it almost feel like the flesh inside of my feet is like torn or something. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I have to walk on it. I got it wrapped, and when I wrap it and I take the wrap off, when I lay down in the elevator, it was okay this morning, but then it got messed back up. I mean, it hurt if I put too much pressure on it walking. It feels better, but it's been a week now, so Tuesday I have an eye doctor appointment, and when I leave there, I'm gonna go right there to the little quick care place nearby. And I just want to make sure there's nothing broken and won't be no permanent damage, because it literally had me limping. A lot of my shoes I can't wear because that feet is so swollen. My sister gave me some pretty sandals that she had got from QVC. They run small, and they're nice too. They're I think it's what they call that brand, Allegro, whatever. If you're a nurse or work in the medical field, a lot of them people, a lot of persons in the medical field wear them. So yeah, but I just wanted to come on and say Happy Easter. Continue to let your light shine. The stars. We call ourselves stars, and welcome to all the new subscribers. But how's all my subscribers? Welcome y'all. It's all love over here. We call ourselves stars because we're spreading our light, letting others know that God is real. I just wanted to come on and holler at y'all. I had a eye doctor appointment this morning, and I also did something to my foot, and so I'm limping. And I remember before when I had injured my foot, it's bruised some type of way, so I'm trying to stay off of it. So I'm staying home today to see if it doesn't, if it's not, I got it wrapped and everything, and if it's not as sore as it was, I hit it on something. But the swelling, I can't wear shoes. Like I got on these slippers. Let me show y'all. Well, I'll show y'all. But I got on these slippers and I can't. My foot not even all the way in there. And so yesterday I put on those little shoes I had on for Easter that I had gotten. They're like little ballerina flats. You can fold them and literally put them. They got a little bag that they fit in. So I had to wear them Easter Sunday. But I didn't want to miss church. And I don't want to miss work, but I got to get out this foot so I can get it healed, because that's just too long. Good morning. Happy Saturday, y'all. I finally got me a dash mount that's going to work, hopefully. But how's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. It's all love over here. It is Saturday morning, about 9:45. I really wanted to leave earlier. Oh, I forgot to take my medicine this morning. But anyway, and my vitamins. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I know my hair a little jacked up. I don't have on makeup today because I feel like all I have on is some serum I use and some moisturizer. But I got to give me some, what is it, SP57 or something to put on your skin every day? Yeah, but how's everybody doing? I was saddened yesterday, y'all. I was on my lunch break, and I was looking on my phone, and so I saw where this young man was drafted, and he was going to tell his mom, and she was on life support. When he got there, she had passed. He had said that that he had a decision to make about changing schools, and he said, I think he said he was like 45 miles away from home. And he decided to, he was weighing his options of what he could do to better his career, and said his mom told him, say, all your life you've done things that was best for me. She said, now do what's best for you. And I think he said he had to move like 2,000 miles away. And she passed, and it just saddened me. I was just so sad, because I think he's early 20s. I was 50 plus when I lost my mom, and I was devastated. You know what I'm saying? And Lord Jesus. See, when you have a compassionate heart and you care for everybody, that really touches you when it happens to people, because I know what it could do to you. I know. And so I was in the middle of the night thinking about when you go from, this is not to be negative in any way, when you go from nothing to something. I'm not saying the young man didn't have anything because I don't know his life story. All I know, he said that his mom had had like 8 brain surgeries since he's been alive. You know, I'm not saying he don't have anything, but what I'm saying, when you go to that level of success, like instantly, you're a millionaire. The opportunities are there, you know, sponsorships and all those type of things. And the Jacksonville Jaguars drafted him. I think that's what drafted him. No, I'm sorry. Jacksonville, who's got Travis Hunter, he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think. Very attractive young man. His mom was a nice looking lady. He said that she had a stroke last year that left her paralyzed on her left side, but the pictures I saw, she was well kept, her hair was pretty and everything. Oh my goodness, these people. I gotta pray for patience, because when people drive slow, it's like, y'all, if this applies to you, change, if not, just overlooking. But I have seen so many people, like they're driving and you're behind them or you're on the side of them and they're moving real slow. And then when you get over to pass them, they text and they got the phone, they got the hand on the phone and they texting. Y'all, that's dangerous. People have lost their life because people are texting. I saw a bad wreck one day. I was getting ready to turn out this very busy road. And but when the lights change, that's another thing. When the lights change, don't immediately just drive off in traffic. Take your time and look. Let me stop. Take your time and look both ways, especially if you're going onto a road where the speed limit is like 55 plus. Take your time and look both ways, because the car before me pulled off, which she was within a right, she or he, I couldn't see who it was, and a big 4-door truck. The guy hit, so she drove off. She was like getting ready to turn. A big old truck going about 55, 60 hit her, and during this, pushed that car into the traffic light pole. I didn't stop. I couldn't stop because there was traffic behind me, and like I said, it was going to a busy road. I didn't stop, but I did call the authorities and say, look, I just witnessed a road. I told a wreck. I told them where it was, and I said the brown truck was at fault. I said, because look, y'all, when he hit her, I was looking right at him. When he hit her, he looked up as if to say, damn, I'm sorry, as if to say, darn, what happened? What happened was, you was on that cell phone and you ran into that person. Like I said, I couldn't see if it was a woman or a man. I don't think it was a fatality because I didn't hear anything about it on the news or anything. But that's another thing too I need to get back to. I don't watch the news like I used to. I don't really frequent Facebook. A lot of what I hear about other people from Facebook is from people who just telling me what's happening. That young man looked like he slept on that bus stop. Lord have mercy. And maybe he didn't. I pray he didn't. I be praying every time I see somebody like that. I be like, Lord, that's somebody's child, because it is. You know what I'm saying? And I, as a mother, knowing what happened to me and how I darn near lost my mind, my mom died. Thankful to God, he was there and he rocked me and comforted me. I be thinking, Lord, what's going to happen to my son that happened to me? Because y'all know he has autism and he has ADHD, and I think he has some type of, well, I know he has anxiety. And so sometimes what happens to people like that is when they lose a parent or something, somebody real close to them, it literally shocks it. I'm not a medical professional. It's almost like it shocks them. I don't know. But anyway, because I know a lady, she was doing counseling, and she said that she drove up, and the guy she went to go and see, her client was actually one of her classmates. And she asked him, she said, well, he was a good guy and all this stuff, nothing, you know. She asked him what happened. He said when his mom died, he lost his mind. Y'all, that's real. That's what I'm telling you. As parents, man, prepare your children. Prepare. And I tried. I pray every day, every night. Lord have mercy. Woo. Anyway, but I didn't want to make this about me. But I'm saying all that to say, when I thought about him and his situation, it brought up memories for me. And then so my heart goes out to this young man. Derrick Harmon, I think is his name. I'm going to post his name. I'm going to post a picture of a very nice looking young man. Congratulations, young man. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was, I think that any professional, and maybe they do this, I don't know, right? Because I'm not privy to that. But anytime you have a professional organization and you're recruiting people and you significantly change their life, You know, they become millionaires, they become successful, they become in the limelight. I think that you should you should have a program, you know, like orientation, where you take them through coping with success, staying grounded, protecting your freedom. I even talked about that in the video. Basically what it is, they go through a type of training that prepares them for this life. Now, some young men are born into this type of situation, like their parents may have been professional ball players or wealthy or whatever. But what I'm saying for children that don't know, and even for them, you know, how do you conduct yourself in this situation? We see a lot of these successful guys being sued because of past relationships and things like that. How do you conduct yourself? When do you need protection? What type of things do you stay away from? And again, like I said, they may already have this. That's probably something that their agents or whatever tell them, you know. But what I'm saying is, I pray that every young man that gets drafted, that's in the businesses or whatever. I pray that you have people in your corner who are first, not yes men. Secondly, who's going to love you, even if you lose everything that you've acquired. It's got a wasp, bee or something around here. Even if you get into some trouble, because you know what, as a parent, when your kids get in trouble, you don't turn your back on them, you be there for them. You understand what I'm saying? You know how sometimes these people tell you, when I got down to my lowest, nobody was there. Somebody that's gonna be there for you. And you know what, I am the type of person I am. I'm gonna leave it alone right now, but what I'm saying is, I always talk about what this older gentleman told me. His wife was my baby's babysitter. She had a little daycare in her house. Like I said, she fed them the best of foods. They were eating red beans, rice and cornbread, fried chicken, mustard greens. She would bake cakes, and they had a little study time. And the house was always immaculate, yard always immaculate. So and she was a Christian lady. She would get up in the morning, like I'd be dropping my son off to, well, he was a baby then, he was real young. I'd be dropping him off, y'all. She'd be leaving, she'd be coming in from the gym. Fit, just very good people. Christian, worked in a church, you know. But anyway, I'm saying all that to tell you this. Here's a time, and I know that, and I understand why some of those men, I can't remember who it was. It was a entertainer. Their family is their circle, is their team. And y'all, I understand like Beyonce, her mom, her dad. I understand, y'all, that is very important. You need people who genuinely love you if they got to take care of you when you can't take care of them. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we need. Everybody needs that. You don't need somebody that love you just because of what they can get out of you. You understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. But for all the young men that were drafted, congratulations. All those waiting to be drafted, all those already in the league. You know, sometimes people don't understand you can have everything and then don't have anything, you know, because oftentimes you will wonder, I don't know why this, oftentimes I know they wonder, do she love me because of me or because of what I have? You understand? And some people, y'all, don't love you unless that you have something to give them or they can get something from you. And it's so sad, but that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. They'll listen to every word that you speak as long as you providing something for them, but don't have nothing to give. They treat you like you're non-existent. And it's so sad. It is so sad. So young men, young ladies in WNBA was drafting people too. Y'all just be careful, you know. And you know what? I feel like what they should have, the first thing they should have, listen, I want y'all to do this. Y'all don't know me and I don't know y'all. And I'm not asking you for a dime because I work every day, you know. I paid into retirement, so God got me. But what I want y'all to do, if you can, get up and go to a church. Your first Sunday, draft into the NFL, NBA, WNBA, all that stuff. Or even if you haven't done it, get up and go to somebody's church. You know, they say, well, you don't have to go to church to be saved. you go to concerts, you love Chris Brown or you love Beyonce or whatever, you pay all that money to go to the concert, and you can go in the church and it's free. What I'm saying is, get some of the word in you, because y'all, when things got bad for me, I didn't have nothing but God. That's who got me through. I'm just trying to help somebody. Yeah, I am. I was listening to somebody the other day, and she said, I ain't here to save no souls. And I was like, I ain't gonna say I'm here to save souls, because I can't save souls. That's not. But what I'm saying is, I want to be that beacon of light. I want you to know that no matter how hard things are for you, how hard things have been, no matter your situation, there's always room for change. Always. Perry, I was listening to Tyler Perry. He was on Joel Osteen. And he was just talking about the situation with him being afraid to fly and all that. And he was saying when he got in the plane, the helicopter, whatever he was in, once they got up high, it was calm again. It was a little turbulence, but when they got up high, it was calm again. And so his message was climb and maintain, pray and worship. Worshiping helps you, y'all. I've been in some bad times before. You know me, my story as a young single woman, 2 kids by 19. Things wasn't always easy. And I wasn't as spiritual then as I am now, but the Lord got me through it. That's how I was able to get through it, because I put my trust in Him. I did. And you could be the same way if you do the same thing. Put your trust in God. Nobody knows everything, but put your trust in Him, and He'll see you through. He will. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Again, all your draftees, congratulations. Goodbye.